This video is brought to you by SoccerLoco.com. Be sure to use coupon code SRSL330 to get 10% off any order of $75 or more.
Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com, bringing you my review plus on-feet video of what is quite possibly the brightest and flashiest pair of shoes I've ever held in my hands, the Lightning Storm Hyper Pink colorway of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 10s. Now inside the box, they do of course include a string bag to go along with the shoes themselves. The string bag is hyper pink in color with pink strings. You're gonna find a black Nike swoosh on one side and your black Nike football branding on the other. Other than that, all you're gonna find inside the box, as you guys can see, are the shoes themselves. So we'll get these guys out of the box really quickly, and hopefully you won't be blinded by your first glance at these things because, like I said, they are remarkably vibrant in person. You would have to be very, very sure of yourself if you were gonna wear these, in my opinion. I personally wouldn't want to wear them in public, but again, if you like really bright pink, this is definitely the colorway for you. So in today's video, we're going to go over all the details on this new Vapor 10, including the colorway as well as performance and how these things fit and feel. So if you are interested in learning more on this particular shoe, please stick around and watch the entire video. And if you guys are interested in a pair of these for yourself, you can check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below. On that page, you will find Buy It Now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you will be able to pick these guys up below their normal $200 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. And with that being said, let's get right into the review. To start things off, let's take a closer look at the colorway. Now, like I mentioned, these things are extremely bright, and because of their hyper pink coloring, everyone's going to have their own opinion. You're either going to love it or absolutely hate it. And just to give you guys an idea of how pink these things are, I actually have the Highlight Pack colorway, which is more of a red color. You can see that on camera. And then here's a look at the new Lightning Storm one, which is an extremely vibrant pink. These are bright. These are like glowing in the daylight bright. It's just really remarkable at how vibrant they actually are. And what's cool about them that you can't really tell in the online pictures is they have somewhat of a pearlescent effect to them. And hopefully that does come through in the video. When light hits them properly, you can see it has almost like a light purpley tinge to it, which I think actually looks pretty neat. Again, wouldn't want to wear these out in public, but if you like bright pink and you like to stand out, these will definitely do that for you. So you have that entire hyper pink upper. The only accent color you're going to find is the black in the heel liner, the ACC branding and Nike swoosh on the tongue, as well as the Nike swoosh outline on the lateral and medial side of the shoe, and of course the Mercurial branding going down the back as well. The sole plate is that kind of sparkly blue color, so we originally saw this on the first CR7 Gallic Glimmer Vapor 10 colorway that released a little while ago. That's featured on this shoe as well, which actually looks pretty cool with the pink. And then the studs themselves are also really neat. You have kind of a translucent pink plastic for the actual stud plate as well as the studs. That looks really, really good against that blue base in my opinion. Hopefully again that does come through in the actual video itself. So again, if you're looking for something extremely bright in the form of a Nike Mercurial Vapor 10, this is the colorway that you're looking for. Let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comment section. Do you like how these look? Why or why not? And with that being said, let's move on to the tech specs so we can learn a little bit more about the overall performance. When it comes to performance, the Vapor 10 is one of, if not your very best option if you're looking for something that's one, extremely light, two, going to provide excellent traction, and three, going to provide a true barefoot sensation when it comes to making contact with the ball. I know a lot of people will overlook the Vapor 10 because of the Superfly 4, but if you're looking for more of a true traditional Nike Mercurial experience, the Vapor 10 provides that much better than the Superfly 4. They're both great shoes, but very different in terms of what they have on offer. So the upper is made from a one-piece Teijin synthetic that is remarkably thin, but at the same time very soft and flexible. It has this really nice kind of plushness to it that you wouldn't expect from a very thin synthetic. Normally when you make something this thin, it has to be well reinforced, which makes it kind of stiff and plasticky. This doesn't have that sensation at all, and the way they were able to achieve that is by one, incorporating a one-piece upper, so there's no actual tongue. It just flows across the top of the shoe. There are some fuse points, but for what you can feel, it's one piece, and of course there's no overlapping materials because of this design. And then there are internal fused on support cages on the inside of the shoe as well that you can very faintly see on the outside. They are very evident in terms of what you can see on the inside, although a little bit difficult to show you on camera because you can't open the shoe up, but you can see them there. The inside is white And then of course you have the black cages that line the inside and work directly with the lacing system. So when you do pull those laces tight, hugs your foot, holds it in place really nicely, and you get a nice responsive feel as well. No extra movement on the inside of the shoe whatsoever. A true one-to-one sensation. Now, like I mentioned, the upper is extremely thin, so no extra padding whatsoever. And in my opinion, the best barefoot sensation you can get from any shoe right now. Because of the one-piece design, you have no overlapping materials, so your touch is extremely consistent, whether it's on this part of the foot, this part of the foot, this part of the foot. It's the exact same thickness across the entire shoe, which is really, really nice. And you do, of course, have the micro texturing on the surface as well. That doesn't necessarily feel grippy on the ball, but it doesn't leave the upper being completely slick either. It's kind of just a little bit of additional grip that you wouldn't otherwise have. And then of course, ACC all condition control is also a feature, as you're going to find on all of Nike's top end models. And overall, in wet weather playing conditions, you do get pretty good grip on the ball in the Vapor 10 versus a lot of thin synthetics that, in my opinion, can feel pretty slick. Laces run through the middle of the shoe, as you guys can see. This does have a standard low-cut Mercurial shape in the heel, unlike the Superfly 4. Internal plastic heel counter, smooth synthetic leather liner with a decent amount of padding. The insole is fully removable, mesh liner on top, perforations throughout, and it's made from a single layer of foam. Nothing fancy, but it does get the job done. And then moving on to the sole plate and stud pattern, the sole plate is made from a thin compressed nylon material that's very, very flexible. Obviously not as cool looking as the carbon fiber sole plate you're going to find on the Superfly 4, but ultimately feels pretty much the same in my opinion. So really, really good sole plate if you want something that's thin, light, not going to allow for stud pressure, but at the same time feels very natural to run in because of how flexible it is. And then of course you do get the Mercurial stud pattern, which is all bladed studs, heel and forefoot, and just very aggressive overall. If you're looking for great multi-directional traction, that's something that the Mercurial line has always had on offer. So can't go wrong when it comes to good, decent traction on firm natural grass playing surfaces with any of the FG Mercurial models, whether it's the top end Superfly, Vapor, or any of the takedown models below those two. So overall, really, really great performer. If you guys do want more details, you can check out the written review on my website. That'll be linked down below in the description of this video, the very first link. And I'll also leave an annotation on screen to my playtest video if you want to see the Vapor 10 in action. So you can go ahead and check that out as well. With that being said, let's move on to a quick weigh-in so we can see how lightweight these guys are. In terms of weight, as mentioned earlier, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 10 is very light. In fact, it's lighter than the Superfly 4, which again, doesn't really get noticed as much just because it's not as popular as the Superfly. So I'm going to weigh this pair for you today in real time. Keep in mind this is a brand new pair in a size 9 US. We're going to throw it on the scale, and you can see that they weigh in at 6.25 ounces, the equivalent of 177 grams. So they are very lightweight, and because of how nicely they fit on your foot with no extra space, gives you that nice tight wrap, no rollover at all. They just feel like you're not wearing shoes at all. So if you're looking for, again, a very lightweight kind of one-to-one responsive sensation from your shoes, the Vapor 10 is definitely one of those shoes that I can very strongly recommend. All right, so here is a look at the Vapor 10s on feet. On my left foot, I have the stock pink laces that come with the shoes, and on my right foot, I have a pair of pink with black dots SR4U replacement laces. If you're interested in a pair of replacement laces for yourself, be sure to check out the website www.sr4ulaces.com. Find a direct link to that website down below in the description of this video. Now, in terms of how these things fit and feel on feet, it's a thin, lightweight synthetic soccer shoe. So as you'd expect, it has a very tight, close to the foot, one-to-one fit. No extra space on the inside of the shoe whatsoever. It's kind of like a second skin that's really, really thin. So again, if you're looking for that premium barefoot feel, you're definitely going to get that from the Vapor 10. What's interesting about this particular shoe, unlike a lot of thin shoes, is that they're very soft and very flexible on your feet. They're very comfortable from right out of the box with really minimal break-in time required. The break-in period is more about getting used to how they feel as opposed to actually breaking anything in. There's nothing that feels overly stiff or uncomfortable out of the box, at least for me personally. The one-piece design is not something that everybody loves, but I really like it. It makes it a little bit trickier to put the shoe on and of course take them off, but once they're on your foot, that center part is a little bit more elasticated. It hugs your foot really nicely. It feels tight without the laces, and then when you pull those laces tight, it just feels very, very secure, and I like the fact that there are no overlapping materials across the top of the foot whatsoever. It has a nice seamless sensation on your foot. In regards to width, it's a Mercurial Vapor, so it does have a very tight fit. They're going to be suitable for I would say most people, they're not going to make a shoe that's only for narrow feet, but they certainly aren't wide and they're really not going to stretch all that much either. So if you do have wide feet, the Mercurial line, or the Mercurial Vapor for that matter, is probably not the best option for you. In regards to sizing, I'm wearing my usual size 9 US here, and the fit and the length is absolutely perfect. So if you are looking to order a pair of these for yourself, I would strongly recommend going true to size in order to achieve the best possible fit in a pair of Vapor 10s. Alright guys, that is it for my review of the new Lightning Storm colorway of the Nike Mercurial Vapor 10. Again, if you are looking for more information on the performance of this particular shoe, be sure to check out the review page on my website. That'll be the very first link down below in the description of this video. On that page, you'll find a detailed written review. You find high quality images of this exact pair that I took myself, as well as buy it now links with exclusive SR4U coupon codes where you'll be able to pick these guys up below their normal $200 retail price. So again, if you're interested in a pair, first link down below, go ahead and check it out. If you have any questions at all regarding the Nike Mercurial Vapor 10, leave them down below in the comment section and I definitely will get an answer out to you. If you enjoyed today's video, found it helpful and informative, be sure to support it with a like. Subscribe if you haven't already for daily videos on all the latest and greatest soccer gear. You can find all my social media information down below in the description as well. And other than that, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video, and as always, thanks for watching.